Alright, how y'all doing? Welcome back to Beast Thoughts TV. If this is your first time on the channel, first time seeing one of my videos, subscribe to the channel, like the video, leave a comment on your thoughts or whatever on the topic that I'm going to touch on. Let me see if I can find it real quick. Okay, so I saw this post on Facebook, and it's a question that I see a lot, and I just want to give you guys my opinion on it, my thought process on it. I'm not speaking for every man. When I give my opinion, I'm speaking mainly for myself, and I'm sure there's some men that can agree with what I'm saying, and there's some men who may not agree, and there's nothing wrong with that. There's some females that may agree, and there's some females that may not agree with the answer I'm gonna give to the suggested question. So the question is, a woman asked it on Facebook, and she said, why do men wait for years to propose after being with the same person for 5+ years? And that's I don't know if it's a touchy subject, but it's a different answer for almost every person. We may have the same general consensus, but there may be a few things tweaked in between. So basically for me, I believe that commitment for men is the ultimate achievement, right? And we just want to make sure that we have everything lined up and prepared for that person that we ask for their hand in marriage. And we never feel like we're good enough. And it's just personal perception of our own. It's not really much anything that the woman has to do with that. It's just how we look at ourselves and how we envision what we want to provide to the woman that we're in love with. And with that being said, we just don't feel like we're good enough. So like a woman can see a celebrity couple and she'll be like, oh my God, I want the type of love that they have. And that love she's referring to could be just the way that they love each other, the way that they display their love for each other, the way that they hold each other, and the way they communicate with each other. Men see that as what the man was able to provide for that woman, the things that he was able to get for her, the fact that she doesn't have to worry about where her next meal or where she's going to sleep at. Not saying that men are in that position, but we're providers, and we want to be able to provide. And if we don't feel like we're in a position to provide, then we don't feel like we're in a position to propose, if that makes sense. So we just want to make sure we have all our ducks in a row before we ask for your hand in marriage, because the last thing that we want to do is ask for your hand in marriage and then not be able to provide you with the things that we feel like you need. And the things that you need could be simple. It can be communication, PDA, public display of affection, just conversation. But to us, we're providers. We want to fix things. We want to be able to give things. Prime example, ask your man, go to your man and just tell him about your day. The first thing he's going to do is try to figure out how to fix your day. And the whole time, all you want to do is vent. But he wants to fix the problem so you don't ever have to feel that way again. That's just how we are. That's just how we're bred. And not all of us are like that, but most of us, that's how we're bred, and that's what we want to do. We want to fix things. We want to provide. We want to give you things, and we don't want you to feel or be in a position to ever have to want for anything. And that whole time we're doing all that, it's possibly pushing you further away from us, because all you want is the small things. So that's where communication comes in. And even though you're having that communication with us, it's you telling us this thing, but society is telling us we should have this whole grocery list of things done before we even, not necessarily commit to you, before we ask you for your hand in marriage, before we make you that one. Society tells us there's a whole list of things that we should have accomplished before we even do that. And it's a lot of men who have friends and family who tell them, oh, don't marry that girl until you have X amount of dollars in the bank, until you have your own place, you have your own car, you have a job where you're making 3 times their salary. There's a lot of things going on in the background away from the woman's view that has men I'm not close to being ready. So I feel like that's a lot of times why men prolong the proposal or prolong the marriage aspect. And I know for myself, I'm married myself, and I know for myself that's one thing that played into, and it still plays into it. Like, there's times where I'll wake up and I'm like, dang, I gotta provide, I gotta make sure X, Y, and Z is taken care of to make sure she's secure. But the whole time she just wants conversation, she just wants to be held, she just wants to hear I love you. But men show I love you by providing, fixing, supplying. And I think that's where a lot of men have the confusion on why we wait for so long. Now, I'm not saying it's the right thing to do. I'm not saying it's the only thing to do. I'm just saying, from my personal experience and other men that I know and been around, that's how a lot of us look at it. So if you're a male and you feel like you have a different view or different thought process on why men wait long, drop a comment below. You know, if you agree, drop a comment below. Like, let's have this conversation. Women, if you feel like if you want to give your side of what you want or what you feel like a man should do prior to asking for your hand in marriage, drop a comment below. Like, let's have this conversation. Let's talk about it. So we can be more comfortable having this conversation, because a lot of people don't like to have this conversation. And a lot of people, they bring it up and they go, oh, I just want to wait. Why do you want to wait? Let's just talk about it. Let's just get it out there. I mean, and there's no right or wrong answer. Everyone has their own reason for why they do things, and no one can shame you for that. You're doing what you feel like you need to do to be better for that person that you want to ask to be your wife, to be your soulmate. So like the video if you like it, comment below if you have an opinion or if you agree, and subscribe to the channel, man. If there's any other topics that you guys want to get my opinion on, drop them below. I'm willing to talk about really anything. So hope you enjoyed it. You have a good day. Oh, real quick before y'all leave, check this out. Old Navy hit me up about modeling for them. That's fire, right? That's fire. Y'all think I should do it? I don't know. I'll do it. Like, if they want to use my pictures and stuff, I'm cool with them using my pictures and stuff. I'm interested to see if they gonna pay though. But if they want to put me on their website, in their stores, on their subscription emails, I'm cool with that. I'm trying to see what that check looking like, but I'll model for Old Navy. But anyway, y'all have a good day. Thanks for tuning in.